Have you ever wondered what you'd do if your world was turned upside down in an instant? For Mark, that moment came on a Tuesday. An ordinary, forgettable Tuesday that he would never forget. He and Sarah had been married for 10 years. To him, it was a good marriage. Not a fairy tale, but a real one, built on shared laughter, quiet support, and the promise of growing old together. He loved her. He thought she loved him just as much. He pushed it open quietly. He heard voices from the living room. Her voice, light and happy, and another voice, a man's, low and familiar. It was James, his supposed best friend. Mark's heart hammered against his ribs. He stood there, hidden by the hallway, listening to the words that would slice his life into a before and an after. They weren't just talking. They were laughing about secret trips, stolen moments, and their plans for a future that didn't include him. The worst part? They were mocking him. Mocking his trust, his predictability, his love. In that moment, a storm of fury and pain erupted inside Mark. He wanted to burst in, to scream, to break things, to demand an explanation for this ultimate betrayal. But then, a strange, cold calm washed over him. Yelling wouldn't change the truth. It wouldn't unsay the words he'd heard. It would only give them the drama they seemed to crave. He backed away silently, pulling the door closed with a soft click they'd never hear. He walked back to his car, his legs feeling like lead, and drove away. He didn't know where he was going, only that he couldn't be there. He needed to think. He ended up at a park overlooking the city, the same park where he'd proposed to Sarah a decade ago. The memories were like ghosts, taunting him. He sat on a bench, the concert tickets feeling like worthless paper in his pocket. He replayed their conversation, every cruel word, every casual laugh. His best friend and his wife. The two people he trusted most in the world. The pain was immense, a physical ache in his chest. But beneath the pain, a new resolve began to form. He wasn't going to be their victim. He wouldn't give them the satisfaction of a messy, screaming confrontation. No. He was going to handle this with the one thing they clearly lacked: dignity. When he finally returned home that evening, the house was quiet. Sarah was in the kitchen, humming as she prepared dinner, as if nothing was wrong. She looked up and smiled, a practiced, easy smile that now looked like a mask to him. "Hey, you're late. I was starting to worry," she said, her voice full of fake concern. Mark looked at her, really looked at her, and saw a stranger. He didn't respond to her question. Instead, he walked past her and went to their home office. He came back holding a small decorative box, one she had given him years ago. He placed it on the kitchen counter between them. She looked at it, confused. "What's this for?" she asked. Mark opened the lid. Inside was her spare set of keys, a photo of them from their honeymoon, and the house deed with his name on it. He looked her straight in the eye, his own gaze calm and steady, though his heart was breaking. "I think you'll need these," he said, his voice even. "I went to the park today, the one where I proposed. It's funny how a place can hold so much love and so much pain at the same time." Sarah's smile faltered. Confusion turned to panic in her eyes. "Mark, what are you talking about? You're scaring me." He didn't raise his voice. He didn't accuse. He just stated a fact. "I came home early today. I wanted to surprise you. But I think I was the one who was surprised." He let the words hang in the air. He watched the color drain from her face as the realization dawned. He saw the flicker of denial, followed by the terror of being caught. This was it. This was the moment she had to face what she'd done, without the cover of his ignorance. She started to stammer, a string of denials and excuses. "Mark, it's not what you think. I can explain." But he held up a hand, stopping her. "No, Sarah. Don't. Don't insult me with lies on top of everything else. I heard you. I heard you and James. I heard everything." His voice was quiet, but it carried the weight of 1,000 shouts. There was no anger in his tone, only a profound, bottomless disappointment. He wasn't giving her a fight to engage in. He was simply holding up a mirror, and she couldn't stand the reflection. Tears welled up in her eyes. "Please, Mark, don't do this. It was a mistake. I love you." The words, "I love you," felt like a final insult. He gave a small, sad shake of his head. "Love doesn't do this, Sarah. Love doesn't mock. It doesn't betray. Whatever this is," he said, gesturing vaguely between them, "it isn't love anymore. Not from you." He then turned and walked towards the door, picking up a single bag he had packed in his car. "The house is yours for now. I'll have a lawyer contact you about the rest. I won't fight you on things. I just want this to be over." He didn't look back. He didn't need to. He could feel her crumbling behind him, her world of secrets collapsing into a pile of rubble. He didn't feel triumph or revenge. He just felt empty. But as he closed the door on his 10-year marriage, he also felt a glimmer of something else. By refusing to scream, by refusing to play the part of the enraged husband, he had taken back his power. He had left her alone with nothing but the truth of her actions and the silence of a man who deserved better. In the end, the quietest response was the loudest statement of all. His silence was the consequence she would have to live with forever. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. We all face difficult moments, and sometimes the greatest strength is found in quiet dignity. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.